Hello, grade 7. How are you today? I hope you are still doing good. Today, we will have our new lesson under the second quarter. Our topic for today is all about reflexive and intensive pronouns. Before we begin, we need to review first what is pronoun and antecedents. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. We are already familiar with object and personal pronouns, right? Such as I, they, him, us, your, and her. Feel free to review your notes from our previous lesson to refresh your memory. An antecedent is a noun in which a pronoun refers. Remember, the antecedent isn't always found in the same sentence. In the example below, Peter Pan is the antecedent and he is the pronoun. Believe it or not, there are many types of pronouns. But today, we are going to add two more pronouns, and these are reflexive and intensive pronouns. That's right. And the chart is back, so the chart can help us learn easily. Just like the object and personal pronouns, reflexive and intensive pronouns must always agree with its number, singular or plural. By now, you should have noticed that reflexive and intensive pronouns are the same. So how are we going to know their differences? Well, they have different roles in the sentence. A reflexive pronoun reflects or refers back to the subject of the sentence. Let's read the example below. Peter helped himself to the soap in the bathroom. In this example, himself is referring back to the subject, Peter. That's right. Alright, so let's proceed to an intensive pronoun. So, an intensive pronoun intensifies or emphasizes a noun or pronoun in the sentence. For example, Wendy reattached Peter's shadow herself. So the pronoun herself emphasizes the fact that Wendy's reattached the shadow on her own. Confusing? Well, there's another thing to identify if the pronoun is reflexive or intensive pronoun. So let's take a look at another example which contains a reflexive pronoun. Everybody read. Wendy could not fly by herself. She needed fairy dust. In this example, herself reflects the subject Wendy. There's another shortcut to tell if this is a reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are necessary for the sentence to make sense. So, if we remove the reflexive pronoun, the sentence will not make sense or won't carry the message or the same meaning. Intensive pronoun, in the other hand, are not necessary for the sentence to make sense, since it only adds emphasis to the sentence. Just like the example, John and Michael themselves were eager to see Neverland. In this sentence, themselves reflects John and Michael. And since the job of intensive pronoun is just to emphasize, we can remove it from the sentence without removing the meaning of it. John and Michael were eager to see Neverland. So the sentence will still make sense and will carry the same meaning. Intensive pronouns again are not necessary for the sentence to make sense. Now let's practice what you've learned. Choose whether the bold-faced pronoun is reflexive or intensive. Number 1. I found the treasure box myself. Is it intensive or reflexive? Let's try to find out that one later. Now let's proceed to number 2. You yourself should know the rules for pronoun usage. Is it intensive or reflexive? Number 3. When Jeremy found his wallet, he bought himself an ice cream. Number 4. The mayor himself gave me this award. Number 5. My sister bought herself a birthday present. Let's proceed to number 6. Be sure that you are writing down your answers because later on we will check. Number 6. My neighbors found themselves involved in a lawsuit. 7. The police officer herself witnessed the accident. Number 8. 4 students found themselves locked out of the room when they were late to class. Number 9. I gave you that worksheet myself, so I know you have it. Number 10. The television announcer couldn't hear himself speaking, so he spoke louder and louder. What do you think is the answer? Is it intensive or reflexive pronoun? Alright, ball pens up. Let's now take a look at the correct answers. Alright. Let's now try to check your answers. Number 1, intensive. 2, intensive. 3, reflexive. 4, intensive. 5, reflexive. Number 6 also is reflexive. Number 7 is intensive. Number 8 is reflexive. 9, intensive. And number 10 is reflexive. Now it's time to reveal your scores. How many correct answers you got? Wow, that's good! Since you already understood the differences between intensive and reflexive pronouns, you can now proceed in answering your seatworks. For your seatworks, answer pages 95 under Ready and pages 96 Go. Letter A only. And for your assignment, do page 85. That would be all, grade 7. Thank you and see you on our next lesson. God bless you all. Bye!